Hey guys, it's Jason here, old car auto guy. Just getting ready to start the day and making some tea and catching up on some Send It Steve and getting ready to start my day. So here we go. So one thing I absolutely love about being a used car dealer is remote starts on cars in the wintertime. I get to drive whatever I want. So today, it's the 2013 Dodge Journey. So, remote start, get her all warmed up, heated seats and steering wheel. Welcome to the Maritimes. I'm so disappointed. This thing did not start. Why, I wonder. Well, let's take a look. Gas light's on. And when the gas light's on, it probably does not start. Sadie, let's go for a walk. Alright, so I'm in the car getting ready to back out of the driveway here, and one of the things, this being probably my first official YouTube video as old car auto guy, that I've realized is where to look on the camera. I know that there's a guy that I follow on YouTube, Street Speed 717. Hey Mike, how you doing? And he wears sunglasses, and the reason why he wears sunglasses, and self-admittedly, is so it doesn't look like his eyes are shifty and darting all over the place, not knowing where to look. So it kind of hides that a little bit. So again, something I may have to invest in or work on, trying to look at that little dot where the camera lens is. So bear with me as we get started with that. The other thing I wanted to bring up too is there's another fellow that I follow on YouTube, Send It Steve. Hey Steve, how's it going? I live in New Brunswick, Canada, and in New Brunswick, Canada, seat belts are the law, Steve. So we have to wear them, whether we like to or not. So seat belts on, and I'm raring to go. So one of the things, I guess, when I decided I wanted to become a YouTuber and kind of make a YouTube channel is I'm a used car dealer, as I've said. So I want to be able to kind of show people a little bit of the day in the life of a YouTuber. Not a YouTuber, of a car dealer. And just so you guys can see a little bit of what goes on behind the scenes and some of the projects that we work on when we're when we're not so busy, or even sometimes we are busy, we're still kind of puttering away at a few hot rod projects. My dad and I work together, and we each got a couple of vehicles which we'll share with you at some point in time. So stay tuned. And what I want to be able to do is offer a channel that is clean. You won't find any swearing here. My family and I, we're Christian people, so we want to be able to provide some good, wholesome family viewing, so that if your kids get a hold of this, they're not going to be, mom and dad aren't going to be blushing because of what they see. So as we move forward, you'll see some content. I'm not going to be preaching to you guys on here, but I am going to be, sharing a lot of things that go on in my life, and when it comes to, selling cars and being a businessman in town. I'm also the deputy mayor. I don't tell that to too many people of the community that we live in. So I've got a lot on my plate, and but I always make time for family, and so that's really the main thing, the main reason why I work as hard as I do, because I want to make time and be able to do things with my family. So I'm going to let you go just for a second here, and when I come back, I'll be at work and I'll show you around there a little bit. So these lights every morning at this time, roughly about 8 o'clock, they're so slow. You'd think as a deputy mayor I could do something about that, wouldn't you? So we are still at these lights. We're on the third cycle. The light just turned green, and there's about 4 or 5 vehicles in front of me, so we're moving. No, we're not. Okay, we're moving. And the problem is you get traffic coming from both directions, obviously, and it turns yellow again. and one guy's going to sneak through. Frustrating. Yay. Only the 5th light cycle, and we actually get to go through this intersection. Yes, nailed it. So one more thing that is illegal in New Brunswick is using handheld devices. Everything you do has to be hands-free, so you need to be either hooked up to a Bluetooth. If you're listening or talking on your phone, you most certainly cannot be holding a phone or camera while you're driving and recording a YouTube video. So as you can see, I'm hands-free right now because I've got the phone sitting up against the dash, but definitely going to have to invest in something that can mount on the dash, that when I do these videos that I can still maintain my rights within the law to not be arrested for or getting a ticket for using a hands-free device when we're not supposed to. So that is one of the things that is big around here. In fact, the local police had a big campaign where they were undercover and on just about every street corner watching people at stoplights and such, so that when they saw somebody on a handheld device, they could radio ahead to the cops or the cop car, the uniformed officer, who would eventually pull you over via the description of the car. So we've got to be very, very careful and safe when we're doing these. Okay, we are here, and for those who don't know why I call myself Old Car Auto Guy, it's because the name of my dealership is Old Car Auto. And as you can see, I've got plenty of vehicles here on the lot. Just had some freshly fallen snow the other day, probably about 6 inches. So we spent most of the day yesterday cleaning off the cars and getting the driveway plowed. So I'm going to go inside, get things opened up, and I'll be right back. On the open sign, I'm going to go inside the shop here and get all the lights cranked up in here and get some heat cranked up. So one of the things that a buddy of mine on YouTube, Steve, was talking about was how to decorate his office. And he says he collects license plates and wants people to send him license plates. So Steve, if you look around the line of eyesight of my garage here, we've got quite a few license plates that I've collected over the years, and I've got lots of spares. So I'll send you a couple from New Brunswick, and that way you can start your collection. So when we first started this business, we were operating out of quite a little shack. We were renting a place for $500 a month, and when it rained outside, it literally rained inside. So when we got the eviction to move out of there because they were tearing the building down, and yes, that's how bad the building was, we had to build a spot. Luckily for us, we had already purchased a piece of property. So when we bought this place, it used to be an old restaurant. We eventually tore it down, and here we are. So this is where a lot of my work videos are going to be done, is right here at the seat of my office. And you'll see Bert up there, the bald eagle drawn by a local artist, and some up and coming artists like my neighbor Rowan, and a friend of mine, Sophie. And there's one of Rowan's earlier drawings. It's a family. So I'm going to get ready to start my day, and as this being the first video, this is probably going to be it. So if you need to contact me, you can leave a your contact information below in the comments. If you like what you see, or you want to see what's coming more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and like this page. So my contact information will be there as well. If you want to see some more content, anything you want to see, let me know, and I'll do my best to try and get it on here. So that's it for today, guys. Blessings, and have a good one. We'll see you on the flip.